I want to talk now about our energy program. In 2010, the Port Authority and many of our economic development partners in the region aggressively pursued a Department of Energy grant to create a program to support building energy efficiency and energy generation projects in the community. Port Authority ultimately received a $15 million grant from the Department of Energy to create the Better Buildings Northwest Ohio program to provide a full slate of services including energy audits, design services, construction, and most importantly, financing to implement energy efficiency improvements in commercial, industrial, residential, and government buildings. The Port Authority's experience in successfully managing loan programs, federal grants, and our ability to leverage the DOE funds through the Northwest Ohio Bond Fund was key in securing one of only 15 grants given throughout the United States. We are incredibly proud of the impact that this program has already had on the community and anticipate continued momentum going forward. Of the 15 original grantees, Northwest Ohio appears to be the only program that has the ability to sustain themselves for a long period of time after the grant funds have been expended. The program has also formed one of the first energy special improvement districts in the state of Ohio, the Toledo Advanced Energy Improvement Corporation, which has become one of the most active special improvement districts in the country. The SID allows energy efficiency improvements to be funded and paid through a property tax assessment, with financing structured so that energy savings will more than cover the cost of improvements on an annual basis. Currently, there are 56 active buildings in the Special Improvement District, and expansion of the SID is currently in process to include Oregon, Sylvania, and Maumee.
The Better Buildings Northwest Ohio program began with a Port Authority-owned hangar leased to Toledo Jet Center. This 39,000 square foot aircraft maintenance facility, located at Toledo Express Airport, received $105,000 in energy efficiency improvements, including lighting, HVAC, and upgraded air compressors, which resulted in an annual energy reduction of 24%. The energy savings will result in a payback of the improvements in less than 4 years. The historic Valentine Theater received more than $100,000 in energy efficiency upgrades through the Better Buildings program, which included installation of new electrical equipment, saving the theater more than 20% in energy consumption and opening the theater up for year-round use. The Port Authority's 15-year fixed-rate financing term made this project an easy decision for the Valentine Theater. The program recently completed a replacement of all interior and exterior lighting at 2 longtime local auto dealerships, Grogan's Town Chrysler Dodge and Charlie's Dodge. This $450,000 project upgraded all of the lighting fixtures from inefficient metal halide to high-performance energy-efficient LED lighting. The new lighting is anticipated to save up to 60% of electrical consumption, improve the quality of light in the parking lots, and save the dealerships more than $150,000 annually. The Port Authority also recently completed the replacement of all lighting and controls in the 3 downtown parking garages that it took ownership of this year. This $936,000 project included replacement of the high-pressure sodium lighting with energy-efficient induction lighting, generating electrical savings of more than 43% annually. The project cost will be paid back over 13 years through a special assessment added to the property tax bill, and the annual energy savings will more than pay for the debt service on the improvements. Overall, the Better Buildings Northwest Ohio program currently has a list of over 100 projects totaling an investment of more than $36 million. More than $9 million of those projects have already been financed and construction has been completed, while improvements to 50 buildings and more than $7 million are currently under construction. The program has completed energy evaluations on 96 buildings in just over 2 years since its launch. The Port Authority and City of Toledo recently joined President Obama's Better Building Challenge, which is a national leadership program calling on corporate chief executives, university presidents, and state, local, and school district leaders to reduce their portfolio-wide energy use by 20% by 2020. The City of Toledo and the Port Authority have committed to reducing energy use by 20% by 2015 in 7.5 million square feet of public facilities. Our showcase project is the recently acquired One Maritime Plaza building.
The Port Authority's headquarters at One Maritime Plaza is the showcase project for our Better Buildings Challenge. Some of the upgrades that we will be doing at One Maritime Plaza include new T5 light fixtures, a new building automated control system, and we'll be removing the existing roof and increasing the insulation on the new roof by 20%.
In addition to energy efficiency improvements, the Port Authority and its Better Buildings program has also partnered with the City of Toledo and IPS Energy to design, construct, and finance a 1 megawatt solar project at the city's water treatment facility located in East Toledo. This $3.5 million project will provide up to 20% of the electricity for the treatment facility at market rates and utilize locally manufactured solar panels from First Solar. The program also partnered with Solcient Energy to provide long-term fixed-rate financing for a rooftop solar project at GM's powertrain facility located on Alexis Road.
So far we've completed 2 phases of ultimately a 4-phase project. And right now we have 14,000 panels or so that are up here providing power for the GM plant. So we're just completing phase 2, and these 2 phases together provide about 3% of the overall power for the factory. And when we're complete with all 4 phases, it'll be about 10% of the factory's consumption. The Port Authority financing has been critical to the success of this project. Without it, we never could have completed the project.
The Port Authority and City of Toledo have partnered on a large-scale, aggressive energy efficiency project for city-owned buildings, providing much-needed upgrades to city facilities and, more importantly, putting electricians, plumbers, pipe fitters, and other skilled workers to work, installing more than $5 million in improvements. The energy savings from the project, averaging more than 25% for each improvement, will more than pay for the cost of the upgrades and financing of the improvements.
The reason the city got involved in the Better Buildings program in Northwest Ohio is that we're in great need of improvements to city facilities. Many of the city facilities that are involved in the program are some of our largest, oldest buildings, buildings that are not going to be replaced easily anytime soon. We're talking about the municipal court building, the safety and health building, all of the fire stations, and we do not have funding available to replace these buildings. So it's very important for the City of Toledo to maintain and operate these buildings as efficiently as possible.
Now, as part of the Better Buildings program, Northwest Ohio, the city has 40 buildings that are part of what the city considers phase 1 and 2. Of those 40 buildings, we have 19 fire stations that are part of that. They're a great addition because the energy savings we're going to get from fire stations is large based on 24/7 operation of nearly all of these buildings. For the fire stations, we're investing $1.2 million over approximately 150,000 square feet. On top of the savings, energy reduction, dollar savings, the comfort. That's a big factor here. 24/7. If you talk to any of the firefighters, Toledo Police, same, you get people in the building 24/7, and the comfort of the occupants becomes a big deal. And everyone, like Station 7, nothing but good things to say about where we're going.